Hi, and welcome to another episode of Omega 365 Friday. In today's episode, we're going to look at some improvements related to being more configurable, something called properties.
Yes, and workflows, creating more structure, planning workflows.
But before we start looking at those improvements, in general, we are focused on having a stable solution and not having too much changes. So the things that we are looking at now is basically improvements that we've added on around existing functionality, because we know that our clients are appreciating that we don't come with too much changes on existing functionality,
Yep.
and that applies to ourselves as well.
So limiting changes to existing functionality.
Yes, so we have a lot of focus on that now, that there's few changes on existing functionality. The threshold for getting changes accepted is higher than it used to be, actually.
Yeah.
But the new features is coming, of course, still, and we're improving our product in different ways. So first of all, yes, properties, that's a key thing to make sure that we can have an even more configurable solution. We sometimes struggle with our clients wanting something that we couldn't give them unless we had to change the product, and that takes, of course, more time. And as we talked about, we don't want to have too much changes.
Yep.
But then allowing for our clients to do more themselves, so that we can do something that is specific for their instance or their solution, is something that we have worked on for a while. And what we now have in place and been testing for a while and rolled out already also to some is properties. So with properties, our clients, like here we have manageability. That's a property, but it appears just like the other fields in this one, in this risk register: the name of the risk, the status, responsible area, and then we have manageability. You can choose different values here. This is fields that are just locally, but still you are 100% aligned with the standard product, so no problem to receive updates daily, weekly. And assumptions, the same thing. That's also a field that's configured for this client. And the way that works is that there are some properties, and these properties we can implement basically as many as we want to for each client,
Yep.
unique for them, and they will appear in the grid. Like here, when I tick them here, select them here, they will appear up in the column selector. So get the same functionality. I can move them around if I want to have manageability as one of the first columns here after source or unit. Then we have it there. Then it's available.
And
Yep.
this is in risk, and
Yep.
we have it in risk and we have it in workflows for
Yep.
now. But we will definitely look at the other modules where make it sense to also provide properties.
Yes. And the way that is configured is through the system property setup. So here we have the kind of the global list of available properties per instance of the solution. So we added manageability and tied that to the risk register in this case. A little bit technical, but this is something that our implementators can take care of and assist you with. And then here also you can populate the different values that you can select for.
Yeah.
So
the different data types then on a property could be text. You can have string, boolean, date, time, date.
And this can also be used in other cases, like manageability. If it's something else that you want to have the property manageability for, then you just add that to that source and it will appear.
Yep.
Okay, so that I think it's a really good improvement that for sure will help us having a standardized product, but yet very configurable, meeting our clients' needs.
Correct.
Okay, so workflows.
Workflows and planning, structuring. Workflows initially was ad hoc work, where we see the usage of workflows are definitely among the most used application and module within Omega 365.
Yes, and here you see a schedule that is containing a set of workflows. So these are all workflows that we've connected to this plan. And as you can see, we can do like network scheduling, putting up relations between activities and all that stuff that you're used to from scheduling functionality.
Yeah.
And you connect different workflows to this plan. Note that we differentiate between a connected workflow, like here, connect selected workflows, or monitor selected workflows. The one that's gray here is monitored. That means that we can't do anything with it directly here. I can't change the dates or drag and drop or anything here. We're just monitoring it, and that means also that the same workflow can appear in many different plans. So because it could be very relevant to be able to monitor different activities or workflows, how does it impact your work? And then these that are green here are connected to and owned by this plan. So here I have the possibility to change the dates by using the standard scheduling functionality.
Yep.
And there are the different possibilities here also. You can use the group by functionality. So if you want to see this group by the, let's use the responsible.
And these are the meta fields
Yes.
on the workflow itself. So
Yeah.
you use meta fields and you create your own structure by grouping in one or multiple of the fields.
So here, just like org unit instead, for example, and we have it like this.
Yeah.
Another way of getting your workflow structured and overview in a kind of a timeline is the skyline. As you can see here, we have some workflows. These boxes are workflows, and then we have the weeks as columns. That's when you plan to take care of this workflow, and you can just, if you realize you have to move it to another week, you can just move it to that column, and it will update the date.
Yeah.
You get a good overview, and you can filter in different ways based on org unit, based on process, and you have the possibility to, of course, work on a workflow by just clicking on it here. You get the workflow on the right-hand side. Then we have workflow sprints. So sprints is then defined with a set of stages, sprint stages. In this case, workshop doing, on whole review done. You can define these per sprint. So we can create a sprint, for example, doing some major upgrade of some software.
Yep.
That could be a sprint, and that contains a set of workflows that is then assigned to the different sprint stages. Like here, backlog, I haven't set any stage yet, and I can just drag from available workflows all the unallocated workflows that is within this org unit that I've selected, that is not tied to any sprints. So I can put that there, for example, and this one is under review now. I just put it there, and the sprint status or sprint stage is automatically updated on these workflows.
Yep. And these are new improvements, both with the plan, the sprints, and the skyline, which builds on top of workflows.
Yeah, we don't have to change the existing functionality to get this working.
Correct, yeah.
Thank you for watching, and see you next time.